So today we're going to talk about solving equations with rational powers. Remember, the word rational is typically understood as a fraction. The irony behind that is everything is rational because 3 could be 3 over 1. But specifically we're talking about, fractions like 1/2, 1/3, 3/5, that kind of stuff. So we're going to be solving these, and then we're going to check for extraneous solutions. So sometimes what happens when we have square roots and things like that, we can have negatives in the roots, and we'll find an answer that gives a negative. So we have to be careful, and you'll see that on number 2, I believe. So first of all here, we have a square root, and most of you already kind of know how to do this one. To get rid of our root, we square both sides, right? So I'm going to put parentheses around it so you can see what's being squared and what's going to happen. But the root and the square are going to cancel. And then 6 squared is 36. And then from here we're going to solve. And we're going to divide off the 3. So x is going to equal to 40 over 3. Now to check for extraneous solution, what that means is we're just going to put our answer back into the problem that we started with. So we're going to take this and we're going to put it in. This is going to cancel. So we have the square root of 40 minus 4 is equal to 6, and that does work out because we got square root of 36 is equal to 6, and that is true. So this is a true solution. It's not extraneous. All right, next question, we have a root. So we're going to square both sides like that. What's interesting when we square this side, obviously these are going to cancel, so we're going to get x plus 6 equals. But on this side here, we need to move this over here, and we need to FOIL this out. So we go first, x squared, outer, inner, and then last. Those are like terms. So we get x squared plus 8x plus 16. And then from here we're going to actually tic-tac-toe to solve. So tic-tac-toe. Or factor is what it's called in most classrooms. So that means we need to get all our numbers and x's together. So we have a 0. Then we can solve this. So we're going to tic-tac-toe it. Remember I said tic-tac-toe or factoring will never go away? Well, it's true. So we're going to times across, add up. It does work out. So we get x plus 5 and x plus 2. But again, we're solving. So we're going to set these equal to 0 and then solve. Okay. From there we have to see if this is going to work. Okay, sometimes it doesn't work. So our problem was the square root of x plus 6 equals x plus 4. So x plus 6 equals x plus 4. So we're going to let's take this negative 5 and let's put it in. So we get the square root of negative 5 plus 6 is equal to negative 5 plus 4. When I put those, I get the square root of 1 is equal to negative 1. And this is not true. So that is an extraneous solution. So even though all mathematics proved that that was an answer, when we actually tried to use it, it didn't work. And that happens a lot in life. People think they have the answer to life, and it makes sense, they have all these good arguments, and then all of a sudden, when they actually try to do it, it doesn't work. That's very common in real life. So we're going to put negative 2 in. So then we have square root of 4 plus equals 2. This does work out, it is true. So that means this does have a solution, and that's the only one. That one would be extraneous. That's what it's called, an extraneous solution, meaning all our math made it so that was an answer, but it really wasn't. Our last one's a little goofy here. We have 2/3, and so just remember the opposite of a fraction is its reciprocal. So we're going to do the 3 over 2 to both sides. Okay? And what that's going to do is whenever we have powers that are fractions that are not root-based, we just kind of cross-cancel these. So we're left with 1/2 x minus 8. On the other side, though, we have the 3 halves of 16. So you can put that in your calculator here. Hit that enter. Or you can realize this is just the square root of 16 to the third power, which is 4 to the third, which is 64. We're going to add 8. So we got 1/2 x is equal to 72. Then we're going to times, again, whenever we want to get rid of a fraction, we multiply by the reciprocal. So they cross cancel, so we get x is equal to 144. Okay, that's it. I think that's all we have for notes. Just again, you've done this before. The trick is understanding that when we're dealing with fractions, we use reciprocals. If they're powers, then we make powers. If they're numbers in front, we make numbers in front. Again, when we square, if there are two things, we're going to have to FOIL it. However, if there's one thing, we just square it and get 36. Short notes today, not too hard. It will be on the test, so good luck. Make sure